Adam Reynolds leads them out to a predictable response from a very partisan Penrith crowd. It is a wonderful venue to watch football here. The last season that this stadium will be in action, there's a new stadium in the pipeline to be built next door, but this has been very much Penrith's cauldron over the last little while. Katoni Staggs got a taste of Origin last year, and there's Payne Haas, the Brisbane Player of the Year the last 4 seasons in a row. The crowd welcomes the premiership winning Panthers for round 1 2023. They're not often beaten here at home, but their last outing they went down. They were beaten by St Helens in the World Club Challenge. It's not a premiership game, but they don't tolerate losing very well out here in the West. And there's Luke Garner, Panther number 614. A real thrill for him, no doubt, tonight, Phil Gould.
Certainly will be. He'll feel a sense of responsibility playing with the premiership winning team. He won't want to be the one that lets them down, and I'm sure he won't. He's a talented young player. They'll have accepted him in, he'll know his role, and he'll get out there and do the best he can. He's playing with some very good players, so he gets every chance to succeed.
So the seasons of Penrith and Brisbane get underway here. Under dry conditions, a little bit of rain earlier, and Haas with the first carry back, and he's met with some strong defence with Tungor down the bottom, and Garner involved there as well. And so too James Fisher-Harris.
Isaiah, give room.
This is a really an appetising contest, this one. Jensen hit hard by Martin.
Stand up now, hold your own. Go 3, good Liam.
And there's Mitch Kenny. He's the number 1, number 9 around here these days, with Api Coruscant having left for the West Tigers.
Marcus, hold Liam.
Carrigan playing it.
Marcus got there.
And Walters, well, he wanted to kick. I think Payne Haas might have got in his road there. He was sinking early kick from inside the 40. Instead, the skipper Reynolds with a wobbly high kick for Sunyar Taruva. He's come into this team to replace Taylor May, who's gone for the season with that knee injury.
Go 1, Patrick.
He's played 5 test matches for Fiji and was very good for them during the World Cup campaign.
Lock in square, hold Payne. Go 2.
There's the Clive Churchill medalist, Dylan Edwards, and now Isaac Tungor.
Jordan, clear it, Corey.
Tackled well by Ricky, and Reynolds there too. Kenny for Yo, and here's Leota. There's a powerful surge up the middle of the ground.
Go 4.
And a fast play, the ball on the back of it, and Yo.
Last tackle straight up, Marcus.
It's some nice footwork. Gets in behind the ruck, and now Cleary with his first high-ish kick of the night. It's a tester, but it's taken magnificently by Jesse Arthurs.
Hold, go 1.
Under extreme pressure.
Yeah, well, Nathan Cleary on 5th tackle there deliberately went around to the left to kick that ball down to Arthurs, so maybe that's a tactic tonight. Keep the ball away from Corey Oates.
Hold, go 3.
Here's Cobbo, starts in the full-back position for the first time in his fledgling NRL career.
Go 4, beyond.
It's his 25th game. But that's the spot where he wants to play going forward, so he gets an audition with Reece Walsh, not available for round 1. Played by Ezra Mam, and wow, look at that one. We have a lift-off off the Adam Reynolds right boot. It's going to bounce towards the dead ball line. He deserved better. It's like he propelled that out of a rocket.
Just looking at the surface, it looks like it's held up okay. We had a bit of rain before kickoff. Might go down to Brad Fittler. What's the surface like?
Mate, it's slippery, without a doubt. That rain, just as we were talking to Kevin Walls, it started to rain, had a bit of a surge there for a little bit, but it stopped momentarily. They say there's going to be more around, so that'll be important. Still muggy like last night. 23 degrees, and there's a bit of a breeze behind the Broncos. You can see what effect it had on that kick of Adam Reynolds.
Hope you got the long sprigs in tonight, Brad.
Definitely.
We don't want you slipping over down there. Here's Garner.
Well, they had a practice run a couple of weeks ago in wet conditions here, didn't they? Against St Helens. They didn't handle that night too well, so we'll see what they've learned.
Yo working across the line, linking with Edwards, and now here's Crichton. They look pretty sharp early. They were awfully sluggish out of the blocks against St Helens. In fact, they were probably sluggish the whole way through, but they don't often lose here, so they'll be smarting from that outcome. Another kick by Cleary, aimed towards Arthurs. They're trying to get bodies through. He takes it well again.
Let up now, make 10, Isaiah.
He actually had a good year last year, Jesse Arthurs. He was loaned to the Warriors and did some really good things for them, mainly in the centres. And here's Cobbo, who's tackled strongly. Fisher Harris and Isaiah Yeo. Now Corey Oates, 20 tries last year. That's his best haul in a season in his long career with the Broncos. And Jensen now
Isaiah, here's away, Jerome. Hold now, Moses.
up to within 12 metres of the halfway. Walters can kick this time on tackle 4. It's a 40-20. It just pulled up.
He's hit that sweet.
I reckon you can blame the shower of rain for that one, just plugging in the ground.
Nailed.
Go one, Patrick. You got to get front foot with us. Let up now, Payne. Front foot and hold. Go 2.
You reckon, Andrew, when the rain comes, Adam Reynolds licks his lips with his kicking game?
For sure. He just controls it so well, doesn't he?
6 more.
6 more.
First of the game. And now Dylan Edwards running for 223 metres per game on average last year. Unbelievable numbers. Now Luai again.
Release now, back up here. Go 2.
Ball played on Brisbane 30. Fisher Harris.
Corey, let go.
Taken by Carrigan. And Corey Jensen up the top. Kenny went left, but plays right to Yo. And it comes away to Moses Leota.
Billy, let up now. Payne, lock in. Selwyn.
Tackle 4. And they're down in this red zone. And the New Zealand Test star James Fisher-Harris is stopped right on Brisbane's 10 by his old teammate Kurt Capewell. Cleary, linking. That's a super tackle. A brilliant bit of defence.
His head, front foot.
So Katoni Staggs, who read that magnificently.
He read it perfect. Decided to run the ball in the last, the Panthers, but Katoni, beautiful decision to come rushing up. Just watching their attack, Penrith. Even when it falters, they still fall into their formation. No one panics. Everyone knows their job.
He's been lively early here, Billy Walters. It's a good run.
Look in, Moses. Hold. Go 3.
So the early results, the Warriors over the Knights, 20 points to 12 in a pretty tightly fought contest that played in Wellington. Reynolds again. Taruva, he's a target man for these high kicks tonight. Oh, get that into you.
He's on a mission, Katoni Staggs, isn't he? Oh, launching himself like a missile.
Move, Corey. Keep rolling, Patrick. Go 2.
It'll be a good battle over on that side.
He's back for more, though. Taruva.
He won't stop.
Go 3.
They shift here, out to Crichton. And the ball to Liam Martin. Ezra Mann coming across. Martin with a great one-handed ball to Edwards. Back to Stephen Crichton. That's how you open your account. Oh, that is a special bit of football.
Well, it's brilliant football. The first few sets of 6, it looked as though the Panthers were just content to knock the ball forward, get to their 5th tackle kick, put it down in the corner. But all of a sudden, from their own side of halfway, Harvey Norman replay. Some quick hands, beautiful work by Crichton. Liam Martin gets on the outside, gets a pass back inside that could have been intercepted. Dylan Edwards gets it, and Crichton backs up, shows a lot of speed to get around Selwyn Colo. That's a brilliant try from their own end of the field.
Just so much confidence. Liam Martin, he's on the wing. Dylan Edwards came from the other side of the ruck, and then they just all fall into space. What an athlete he is, Stephen Crichton. Freddie.
Yeah, the ball from Liam Martin was a beautiful one. He caught the ball behind his shoulder, and that's hard work to maintain your speed. Pretty much every player through that play, got the ball accelerating through the line. It looked like the Broncos were standing still and there was a black jersey just running past them.
See, that was a good shot too. You saw as Crichton went over, all the Panthers bench jumped to their feet. They loved it.
He's got some real superstar qualities about him, Stephen Crichton.
Well, when you watch that try, Andrew, he had to stop in his tracks to throw the quick hand pass to get Liam Martin away. Could easily have stayed back and admired his work. But 4 strides later, he's caught up to Dylan Edwards, got on the outside and scored the try. So he's a brilliant footballer.
Yeah, some players you see have just got it. They've just got that, just that superstar qualities. That man there, he's got it, hasn't he? What?
So here's the new Australian halfback looking for his 500th career goal. I wonder how many he'll finish with.
Oh.
Yep.
It's like a dart.
Wait for that clock, Adam. Stay behind it, guys. Wait.
The Panthers have lost just 2 premiership games on this ground since 2020. And if they keep playing like that, no one's going to beat them. That was a scintillating try.
Well, it really caught the Broncos napping. They just thought they were in trench warfare. All right, it's going to be a wet night. Panthers will lock the ball up. A little bit of rope-a-dope about that. All of a sudden they sprung to life and caught them napping.
Well, here's Edwards. He was there in support too.
Last tackle release.
He's everywhere.
Go, last pad. Sorry,
And clearing. With a real thud off the boot. Selwyn Cobbo.
Well, they're definitely kicking to Jesse Arthurs in preference to Corey Oates, and I can see why with the way he catches the ball. I know he's caught them all at the moment, but I think they're anticipating he can put one down.
Isaiah, clear it. Moses, wait, Mitch. Go 3.
Winless here at Bluebet Stadium since 2009, the Broncos. I noticed though on the head-to-head overall here, they still lead Penrith as Cobbo floats one over the top and Arthurs is tackled. Oh, he's going to go over. No. He did well to stop. I don't know how he did.
Go, last, nothing late.
Reynolds pulls one out of the bag of trick shots, but it lands safely with Edwards. Yes, overall here between the Panthers and Brisbane. Penrith 13, Brisbane 11. Given that's been 14 years since Brisbane won here, they must have did well during the 90s. I suppose they won everywhere, didn't they?
They won everywhere.
Didn't matter where they played.
Yeah, they haven't been here that often though in the last decade. I think they've probably only been here once since 2016.
Having a little exploration right across the line there, and it ends up with Leota.
Like the ball didn't go to him, it didn't go to script, but no one panicked. You can see other teams tighten up. You can see the panic. They just stayed loose, just went through the hands. Just so familiar with each other's game.
Pressure! Oh, Taruba was flying through. And that was a super catch by Cobbo. He nearly pinched that out of his hands. He's lost the ball. It's a penalty. It's a rake. Moses Leota says, don't deny me a try. I don't score many at all. But it is a penalty. Yes, Brad?
They're aiming that kick down the left-hand side on field position, but I do feel if they get a chance to pepper Selwyn Cobbo, Nathan will be going straight for him if the opportunity arises. The last thing you want him to do is get comfortable under the ball, and I've got to say that was pretty effective tackle by Mitch Kenny. That was a tough call.
I wonder where the strip was there.
Starting beyond.
Just looked like it bobbled out.
Hold. Go. No tackles beyond.
So this jersey Penrith are wearing, it's got the 3 stripes, horizontal stripes. It's the same colour arrangement that the Panthers of 2003 wore when they won the premiership. That was the club's second ever title, but it was also the same year where Gordon Tallis came down here in round 1 and I was going to say take on Ben Ross, but it was a one-way fight. What was your story about that? The Raging Bull didn't think he was intimidating enough anymore, so he picked on someone.
Till the next break of play.
Okay. Story time with Andrew as Mam ducks down the left. Nice ball, capable.
Last tackle, let go.
That was nice play. And Mam with plenty of space ahead of him. He's tackled just short of the line.
He's a good player, this kid. He's got plenty of game. And I think as he grows in confidence in the top grade, he's going to be very creative for the Broncos.
Purely a 5'8", could he play halfback?
He can play halfback. No risk in the world, but he's a player that makes things happen.
Adam, let go. Hold Kurt. Go 2.
I'd say a few years under Adam Reynolds and he'd be right to lead this side around.
Go 3. Go 10, Adam.
Luai, he's had a fair bit of football in the early stages.
Release now.
Another effective run. Gets him out past the 40. And now Taruba.
Last tackle, let go.
He can move.
Yeah, you're going to get tired calling his name, I'll guarantee you.
Is he born in Fiji? From?
Here's Nathan's first skyscraper of the night, and Corey Oates is the man, and he took it well.
Up Moses, James.
He didn't get all of that one. It was still a difficult proposition, swirling around up there.
Moses, clear it, Isaiah, hold now.
Hey?
This will help. This will help them getting out of their end. And their first set starts in attacking area.
The line, Adam.
I'm just seeing these set starts, how they use Selwyn Cobber, how they bring him into play.
Beyond.
Do you think he's a fullback, Andrew?
Eventually.
Wait for the foot.
Yeah, definitely. I think eventually he'll end up there.
Thank you.
They all want to play fullback. No one wants to play wing or centre anymore.
It's got nothing to do with the pay packet, does it?
You never get a player manager send you a reference for a centre or winger anymore. They're all fullbacks. Fullbacks or halfbacks. Everyone plays fullback and halfback.
Hold, front foot, go 2. Square up, James. Outside, still 2.
Here's Cobbo straightening off the left foot.
Up now, James.
I see him purely as a running fullback.
Go 3.
Now Walters.
Mitch.
Oh, dragged down.
Hold, go 4.
Pure strength, but here's Cobbo again.
Last tackle. Up and square.
Racing hard from dummy half and stopped a couple of metres out. Last tackle, Brisbane. They've travelled a fair distance here. Reynolds, lovely ball. Try to Brisbane. Farnworth gets it. Great ball playing by the veteran halfback.
Well, this is experience by the halfback. Stephen Crichton, he goes for intercepts all the time. And Harvey Norman replay catches, passes the ball earlier than he normally would. Normally he'd take another step into the line. But this time he plays a little bit earlier, knowing that Stephen Crichton is all in for the intercept. Dummies the kick, looks, and then fires it, knowing that Stephen Crichton loves going for the intercept. Nice play, Adam Reynolds and Herbie Farnworth. Centre, he'll be playing fullback next year.
It's not only experience, it's great confidence, isn't it? If Stephen Crichton gets up in the defensive line like that, most halfbacks in the game know not to throw the pass.
Well, they get spooked by it.
They get spooked by him being there. And I think Crichton was surprised he actually threw the pass. He was there for the intercept, and then he thinks, well, I'm here, he won't throw it. And Reynolds says, just dare me once.
Normally they take another step there. Watch this, he'll dummy and then just fires.
Brilliant.
Normally they take another step or maybe 2 steps. Yeah. And that's where Stephen Crichton eats him up. He'll dummy the kick and just go whoosh.
Well, since he picked off Cody Walker in that grand final, there's not a half in the game that'll throw the ball his way.
Yeah.
Adam Reynolds said, I'll do it. And Herbie gets the try.
And Reynolds levels us up.
Is that Misty Rains?
Nice hit back by the Broncos.
Patrick, done with it, mate.
As the rain restarts again. It's just annoying drizzle, misty sort of stuff.
I've got to say the DJ here at Bluebet Stadium is outstanding. Normally I hate the DJs at football games, but he's playing some really good music.
You like Credence?
Yeah, love Credence.
Lock in square.
My understanding is he's hooked it straight up to your Spotify account.
Yeah.
John Denver.
I hope we see lots of tries so we get lots of music. Look at the rain now, it's coming down.
It's more than this now.
Last tackle, Moses up square, James.
Feels like Woodstock, Gus.
Go last Payne, don't
Yeah.
walk in. Outside.
Well, you know what they say about the rain, it's upset winner.
Jordan, Patrick.
They showed positive signs in the trials, Brisbane. 24-all draw with the Titans, and they beat the Cowboys, and the Cowboys were at full strength pretty much.
Well, they were top 4 for most of last season. I don't know what happened at the back end. They ran out of oxygen or something, I don't know, but they looked like being finalists for all money last year, 3/4 of the way through the competition. So let's hope they've learnt from that.
Last tackle, Jordan, but up square. Wait now. Go last. Patrick.
She's getting heavier now. Luai
Spot.
for Cobbo.
110.
Look at that kick chase. No way through there.
Let up now, Stephen. Marcus.
He's always down there on kick chase, Liam Martin. And a maiden kangaroo jumper during the World Cup. 3 of the Panthers made test debuts, Cleary, Yo and Martin. In fact, just on that, 13 members of their 17-man squad tonight played in the World Cup. 13 of 17.
Liam up.
And one that didn't was Dylan Edwards, who many thought was a bit unlucky given he won the Clive Churchill medal and could easily have been a kangaroo tourist. Here's a nice ball and some great stepping. Ezra Mann breaks through. Farmworth chasing. A kick for Oates to chase. This is unbelievable. Look at this for a neck and neck.
It's a try.
Has he scored? Who's got the hand first? Herbie thinks he's outgunned them all.
So you've got to try.
Wow.
It started on halfway again. Billy Walters was looking to do a kick, and once again, Payne Haas was in his way. Comes out, Payne gets in his way. Harvey Norman replay, a bit of footwork. And then watch this move here. Right foot step. Beats Nathan Cleary, gets in the clear, and then just kicks it. Look at Herbie Farmworth, shoulder to shoulder with To'o. And then Herbie gets it down. I don't think there'll be any protest here.
Watch
They're
Ezra.
both shifting in and out. Watch this move here.
Ezra Mann, bang. Dances on a sixpence, then pushes strength into the backfield, gets the kick away. I think Brian To'o dives probably a stride too early, lands before the ball, and that gives Herbie the stretch over the top.
Wow.
He just dived too early, Brian.
He's an athlete. Herbie Farmworth, he is an athlete.
He's got 2 in a handful of minutes, and the Broncos have shot to the front.
Did I see he signed with Redcliffe?
Yep.
Fullback.
That's a big loss, crikey.
He's gone there to play fullback.
Yeah, well, he could well be suited to that
Oh, he's a
position.
great athlete.
He was actually terrific in the World Cup. It was hard to gauge, I guess, with some of the teams they played against, but he's athletic. Look at this, Ezra Mann, bang. He just cut Nathan Cleary in 2 there with that little bit of footwork. Like I said, things happen around this kid. He's going to be in the thorn. He's going to be a thorn in the side of a lot of coaches throughout his career. He makes things happen out of nothing.
So, for all the adulation that we've been directing towards the Panthers. There's some real strike in this Broncos outfit. They are a super team on paper, and they've shown what they're capable of here in the last couple of sets. They've scored 2 tries, and Reynolds now just inside the scrum line on the western side of the ground has curved it back nicely.
Eh?
Have you ever seen the rain, Gus?
Yeah. He's great, the DJ. I hope we get 100 tries. He loves Credence too.
And to Brad.
You were talking about Selwyn Cobbo playing fullback before. I've just watched his last 2 sets. In the set two ago where they scored the first try, he had 2 hit-ups. In that last set, he had a hit-up as well. He's not going to sit back and wait for the big play, Selwyn. He gets busy.
Scott out of there now.
Well, that's a way to hush the crowd, isn't it? Bang, bang, 2 tries. They thought the Panthers were up and going.
It was good wet weather footy. One marker, smaller blokes with footwork, speed. It's the way to play in the wet weather.
Now Haas with that acceleration and power.
Last tackle, Isaiah, square. Hold now, hold. Go, last. Nothing late. Outside.
Another high kick by Reynolds, another one directed towards Taruva, who takes it nicely, but Tony Staggs was charging straight at him. He does normally play fullback, Taruva, a number of positions in the back line, but fullback's been his preference, so it should be no surprise to see him take those comfortably. Here's Edwards this time.
Go
3 tackles gone. They're in a bit of a jam here. Another good shot by Carrigan on top. Oh, he can offload though. And Kenny was waiting for it. And Edwards goes on another expedition upfield. Back to Luke Garner. Oh, he's thrown into the ground by Katoni Staggs.
Katoni Staggs is on a mission.
Here's Dylan Edwards. Here's his 3rd run in a row. Honestly.
He must be so fit.
Last tackle. Up square, Marcus Payne, hold. Go, last. Nothing late.
Cleary.
Outside.
Conventional end over end kick for Cobbo. And he's being driven, and he's pushed over the sideline. They held him. And that was experience in the Panthers defence there.
Yeah.
Oh,
And a little bit
time
of
for a
agitation.
dance. Adam Reynolds is in there, he's normally calm.
Yeah, I think he just wants the game to slow down at the moment. In the wet weather, you don't go near sidelines. They get him on the bus to St Mary's and took him on down the highway. In the wet, don't run near sidelines. When they played St Helens in the wet here, they got behind on the scoreboard and things started to unravel a little bit for them, the Panthers. They'll look for cooler heads tonight. Ignore the scoreboard. Just play your game.
Time on. Hold.
It's a bit of a mental test for them now.
So here's Sorensen into the game. The super sub out here at Penrith. And Fisher Harris busted the first tackle.
Marcus Billy, hold. Go 2.
Centre of the 10-metre line. Cleary tries to duck under the defence. Stopped by Selwyn Cobbo. Payne Haas up there as well. Fisher Harris tries the power play. Can't break the defensive line. Kenny. Cleary and dumps it away. The ball's come out the back here. It went backwards. So it should be play on. It is. It's the last. Luai plays it. Kenny for Cleary. Kicks towards the corner post and Staggs has come across and got it.
Oh no, Patrick. Easy.
Oh, and he copped it around the ears. That's a penalty.
Okay. First look, I thought he was out cold. Where did he come from, Katoni? He looked like he was in the fullback position. Yeah, he was defending at fullback. A bit of a slap in the face there from Taruva.
He's got to make a genuine tackle. It's not late. Hang on, it's not late, high and dangerous, mate. I'm in the air, Patrick, late and dangerous. Yeah, it hasn't been one that's been dangerous.
Gus, how much of a loss is Api Coruscant?
Ezra, behind it, mate. Keep behind it, Jesse.
Well, you can't replace him. I will say, though, you know, we're all talking about Mitch Kenny, whether or not he can do that job. Mitch Kenny's not going to try and emulate what Api Coruscant does. But the young bloke off the bench, Sonny Luke, is very much in the Api Coruscant mould. And he's going to be the creative one when conditions allow.
He's had a horrendous run of injury, is that right?
Yeah, he played in the same under-20s teams as Cleary and Luai and Fisher Harris and all those.
I don't have control over that, Patrick.
Was a main part of that team, but then had shoulder injuries. Old mate in the bunkers sent him off for a headache. And off he go. Yeah, so Sonny Luke was a part of the development with these kids, and then sort of had some time off. He had shoulder issues and he moved around a little bit, and they got him back last year with a view towards maybe Api had to leave. And he's a very creative player when the conditions suit.
Keenan Palacia is the replacement for Staggs, so I'd imagine Capel to the centres and Palacia into the back row.
Mitch, up square now. Hold here with us, boys. Markers. Go 3. Good work, Scott. Nathan, up square. Hold
Good
Mitch.
sting in that tackle. Cleary in the front line of defence. Carrigan now.
Last tackle, Isaiah. Markers.
Kenny around the legs and Yo there, and Fisher Harris part of the tackle as well. Here comes a high ball. Oh, this is going to take some catching in the conditions. It's swirling around. Edwards did it easy. But that's good aggressive kick chase defence.
They're on top here, the Broncos. Winning the battle of field position. Winning the muscle.
Up now, Jesse. Lock in, Billy. Hold.
Really physical in the middle of the field.
To Thomas.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
there's
poor
three
discipline.
of you.
They're
Front
going
foot,
nowhere
boys.
there, Penrith. Cannot give away
And I think he was bitten as
those
well,
easy
Billy.
penalties.
That's their first penalty for the Panthers. They've been a bit frustrated. They've given the Broncos 3 penalties at their own end of the field to get out of trouble. Broncos haven't had to work hard to get out of their own end. That's the first one for the Panthers.
Front foot here, Let up now, play. Patrick.
75 games over 5 years with the West Tigers for Luke Garner. 23 tries in that time.
Hell! Release Patrick.
And James Fisher Harris now. 22 metres out. Panthers looking to strike. A little kick over the top by Cleary. Crichton was taken out. Oh, no, he wasn't. Well, the ref said he wasn't. And look, the fans thought he was. Oh, gee, there's an aggressive tackle by Martin. Throws himself at Corey Oates.
He just launched Liam Martin.
Up now, Mitch. Lock in, Isaiah. Hold Luke. Go.
Yes, Sunday on air from 3 p.m. Daylight saving time. Dolphins versus Roosters for all the fans watching us throughout Queensland. Very exciting to see the NRL's newest team in action for the first time. As Brisbane shift out wide here, they saw an opportunity, but it has come unstuck for them, and they'll have to hand the ball over to Penrith on the halfway.
Yeah, they took the odds to running it on 5th tackle there. Probably not realising Kurt Capel was playing in the centres and not Katoni Staggs.
Over there, mate. Play the ball over there. 10 seconds, it's gone, mate. Come on. Go. Surrender. Stand now. Go 1.
Here's Edwards. He's up to 145 metres already. And we've got 11 and a half until half time.
145 already.
Now Flegler's trying to steal it away from Sorensen, but the held call came, so he had to abort. Cleary into the line. Lenu now.
Up and square.
It'll be a rooster from 2024. Ball goes to Cleary on the left-hand side. And he dumps it away to Garner, who's well handled. Good, strong defence. Cleary with a flat kick. Oh, he's aimed it at the goal post. He's hit it clean, and Martin was there, but he couldn't put the ball down, I don't think.
Whining. Have no try. Just reviewing any possible. Tom, get out of it.
Can you believe that kick? He's kicked it at the post and hit it
believe
precisely where he wanted to.
I can believe
no
it
try.
because
just review any possible contact
he
on Liam
practices
Martin's
hours upon hours
the ball.
every
Let's
week,
go, boys.
every
right
day.
Over there, Isaiah.
It's not a fluke.
All aspects of play. Penrith kick chaser onside. Liam Martin takes possession of the ball.
His knee. Does it hit his knee?
The ball's still up at this stage. Liam Martin knocks the ball on. We have a decision.
No worries. Thanks, mate.
Might ask Brad Fittler about Nathan Cleary. Perth Origin a couple of years ago. How long did he stay back after training, practicing his kicking?
Yep.
Yeah, well, it's every session. I was out here at Penrith actually last week, and the good thing is he has all the other blokes as well. All the kids that are coming through who aspire to be a halfback or a fullback or a kicker, they're all out there now with him. So not only is Nathan out there getting the benefit, the club gets the benefit because there's 4 or 5 other blokes who want to be kickers and want to be just like Nathan.
There's a Westpac red zone. We'll be showing you some of the key stats thanks to Westpac. Oh, that's a big call. They've just turned up the dial in terms of their defensive intensity here. The Panthers, you've seen the way they've been hitting and rushing off the line, but they went a bit early there.
Stay behind it.
That's Brisbane's 4th penalty in their own half of the field. Every time Panthers try to apply pressure, they're falling foul of the referee, so they've either got to watch their discipline.
Starting beyond. Front foot, front foot. Front foot here, hold. Go, no tackles beyond.
Gee whiz, points here will be valuable.
Isaiah, give room, get square. Go wide.
Carrigan.
Mitch, let up now. Hold
Big
with
numbers
us.
last year, 150 metres, 33 tackles a game on average. Pakes is doing the dummy half work now. Oh, Flegler left it behind.
Easy. Leave
This
it,
is
Tom.
not how to play in wet weather.
Come on, not going to continue that.
You'll learn from this. Ezra Mann.
Where do you want it,
If you
mate?
go to the line, no matter if it's wet or dry, and the pass isn't on, you have to wear a bruise. Dummy and dig into the line. He goes in the line, nothing's happening here. Just hands off the problem. Flegler, he stands his ground. Nathan Cleary. This is how you build combinations and you build trust with your ball runners as a half. If you go to the line and the pass isn't on, you dummy go yourself.
Hold within there. Heads in the back. Shot clock off.
Here's another one off to the Dolphins next year, Tom Flegler. He wants to play fullback too.
Herbie up now, square. Front foot, Payne. Milking, Stephen. Go one. Work out of there, Payne. Hold. Hold. Go two.
There's Lenu. There's that leg drive from a standing start.
Together, Cleary.
Generates so much power.
Go three, still yardage. Stand up, Patrick. Hold. Go four.
Ball played to Kenny. Yo. Oh, they love him out here.
Last tackle. Go last.
Applause for the co-captain.
Mitch Kenny.
Corey Oates with a flying leap. Takes it well.
Liam, let go. Here's 10.
Broncos 12. Panthers 6. Round 1. NRL action.
Let up now. Mitch all the way.
Out in the Golden West.
Go 2.
High quality contest again. What about last night?
Go 3.
Starting the season with a golden point special.
Wasn't that a game? Melbourne, you just find a way to win.
Go 4.
Pakes for Haas. Danica, some breaking news.
Yes, we're hearing that Katoni Staggs is expected to pass his HIA, so he still has about 6 minutes remaining on the clock, but it is looking likely he'll be back on the field. And just a reminder for fans at home who aren't aware of this new rule, 2 failed HIAs. If a team does have 2 failed HIAs, they will then be able to activate the 18th man, whereas last year they had to wait for 3 HIA fails to activate the 18th man. So that's been a new rule change for season 2023.
Yes, thank you, Danica. That was Dean Mariner, who's 18th man for Brisbane.
Jordan, clear it now. Out of there. Hold. Hold. Go 2.
Now Tungor.
Clear it, Adam. Go 3. Paint.
And Edwards bouncing upfield.
Hold. Go 4.
A couple short of the halfway. Cleary out for Stephen Crichton.
Last tackle, let go. 6 more.
Oh, 6 more on the last tackle.
No tackle.
Oh, gee.
Move, Adam. You're in hold. Go 1.
Let's see what Cleary can manufacture here with a fresh set.
Move now, Patrick.
Yo pulled down, 18 metres out from the Broncos line. Penrith scored first. Brisbane have scored 2 since.
Hell!
Cleary takes the tackle of Flegler, plays the ball back. And Sorensen's going to drive towards the line. He'll be stopped a metre out from it. Ball goes back to Cleary. Oh, looping ball, doesn't find the target. Corey Oates gets in the way.
Go 1.
Not too many throw the Harbour Bridge pass over Corey's head.
Get up your way, son. Hold.
It's a big Harbour Bridge over his head.
Go 2.
Oh, there's a shot. Jordan Ricky gets belted.
Here, hold. Go 3, Mitch Kenny.
And now Palacia with a good run.
Go.
Had an arm free too, was trying to find someone to offload to as Reynolds goes for a dash and then Capewell and then a ball around the corner, which is taken well there by Ricky. Gee, they look good, Brisbane. They're not intimidated. They've got the running, if anything else. Not just on the scoreboard, but in terms of momentum, although that kick wasn't what Adam Reynolds had designed. Oh, it's a knock on. Ball's been lost in the tackle.
Now, Adam Reynolds has had some back problems, well, for years, seemingly. I'm not sure that that's it this time, but whether he got winded, but he's down at the moment and can't get up. Let's have a look. Little chip kick. Bang, cops one right in the ribs. Might have just taken his breath. Oh, he got one there too.
What are you seeing here, Gus?
It's like being hit by a truck and then you sit up and the bus gets you coming in the other direction.
Front foot with the touch, Judge. Boys.
Big chance here, the Broncos. Gee
Stuff
whiz,
here, boys.
points here.
Up here. Make sure you hold there, eyes right. Let's go. Form
I
up.
know you hate it, Gus, but the first half field goal, going up by 7.
Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. It's round 1.
Hold with the touchy. Don't break early. Time on. Head in, Dylan.
So they stack the left-hand side from the scrum. And Ezra Mann
Stand out.
stopped on the 20. Half-time almost upon us. The Broncos have acquitted themselves beautifully in the first 36 minutes.
Hold, James. Hold. Go 2.
Corey Pakes, Patrick Carrigan, Adam Reynolds, Jordan Ricky bouncing off tackles.
Release Isaiah. 1 foot. Hold. Go 3.
Carrigan for Payne Haas.
Help! Release now! Hold,
Garner and Yo stop him. And now Palacia tries the power play. Can't get there.
Hold.
Denied by Liam Martin's tackle. Reynolds, he's going to float it away. It goes to Farnworth, and there's a kick to the in goal. Oh no, Dylan Edwards just lost it. He didn't get a hand on it over the back. And in fact, fortuitously for Penrith, he didn't get a touch, so they come back to the 20 for a restart. He had an air swing.
Corey, let go. Hold. Go, 0.
Does well get a kick away here, Herbie.
Up now, Payne. Hold. Go 1.
Quite lucky there.
Kurt, let go. Front foot here, boys. Go 2. Still 2. Hell! Release now. 6 more.
6 more.
No
Hell call came, and then the extra player came in around the legs. So 6 more for the Panthers. Taruba with a little bit of room to wear. Oh, he got monstered by Caitlin.
Hold now. Hold. Go 1.
Nathan Cleary. Isaiah Yo, a dummy and run, wrapped up by Payne Haas.
Payne, let up, roll out.
Broncos' defence has been most impressive so far.
Go 2. Corey, go 10.
Now Sorensen with a weaving run up to the 10-metre line. Ball played to Mitch Kenny. Cleary, Awapalua with a one-handed catch, but his old teammate read that beautifully. Kate Ball wraps him up, ball and all. Now Kenny, who's he going to go to here? He's not sure. Edwards says, I'll take it. And Edwards nearly gets through.
Last tackle, 1 foot.
Last play coming up, 90 seconds. A little bit less before half-time. Cleary with a run and a kick, and I think Luke Garner's got his first try as a Panther.
Okay, have no try, Ash.
He doesn't look confident.
We're on last tackle. Just confirm that
too
Luke
honest.
Garner doesn't ground it, and then the ball goes dead off.
Yeah, he's too honest.
No, that wasn't.
He's got no poker face. He's given himself up straight
Penrith
away.
kick chaser onside.
He needs to go to Fibber school.
Yeah.
Come to my place.
Clear run by all players for the ball.
Oh,
Just checking to see whether Luke Garner gets a hand to the ball. Just checking all angles to see whether the left hand makes any contact.
The Broncos knocked.
There's no hand from Luke Garner. The ball's then knocked dead by Jesse Arthurs. We have a decision.
missed it cold.
Yeah.
Goal line. Goal line, yep, thanks, mate. Yeah, be ready for a short one.
What's your take on the Broncos' defence, Gus, in the first half?
It's been good. It's been good.
Goal
But
on, boys.
by the same
Goal
token,
on.
the scoreboard has got into the Panthers' heads.
they
This
said
happened against
long
St Helens
left.
in the wet. They got behind
Goal line drop out.
and the scoreboard got in their heads.
he doesn't get
it
a touch,
affected the
mate.
way they played. I just think they're digging a little bit too far into the line and they're not getting 2 passes together. It's only a 1-pass game.
I don't think they've got to go forward without Appy around the ruck. Obviously,
Well, he certainly holds the opposition tighter, doesn't
he
he?
holds the markers and gets his big men behind the ruck. And it's just that he's gone along the ground. And it's just that second, or even a half second. Just gives you another metre or 2 into the defence line.
Help! Release Tom! Hold! Go 1.
Oh, there's a good run. Really. Oh, he lost the ball. That went back. He didn't knock. No, he didn't. He knocked it into a Brisbane defender. That's what it looked like in the first place. These conditions have really turned now.
Yeah, and it might have to be that the Panthers
up.
coaching gets
Shot
a little
clock on.
less conservative about their use of Sonny Luke.
Middle, Adam.
You know, they've
middle,
built their
boys.
game the last 3 years around Coruscant and his deftness out of dummy half, and maybe
Run
they
the
need to
shot
replace
clock.
that a little bit earlier in games. after Kenny's given them the good start.
Let's make sure we're into the back.
It's an interesting concept.
Right, heads in. Heads in. Shot clock off.
He doesn't play any other position, Sonny Luke.
Break.
He's purely there to come on and play dummy half.
Now, Stephen. Hold. Go one.
Maybe they need to use him earlier.
Thank you.
Well done, Broncos. It's a good half of football from them.
Yes, not too many lead Penrith
Dylan.
here on their home patch at half-time, but they've been more than up for the challenge, this Brisbane side. They conceded the first try, which was a blistering effort. Since then, they've been pretty solid, and they've scored 2 of their own. Brisbane 12, Penrith 6.
The Broncos side coming here tonight with absolutely nothing to lose or prove, and the rain, it's relented somewhat at the moment, but as we've witnessed right throughout the night, it shall return as we head back to the commentary pods. Joey, Gus and Matthew.
James, it's relented all right. It was absolutely hammering down at half-time, and now it feels like it's largely stopped. Even Gus was reaching for a rain jacket, and he's up here under cover. Tony Staggs is back. He went to the HIA in the first half. He was on a search and destroy mission for the first bit of the game. But
What did Tony go to that? Was that because a pinky finger hit him in the face?
That was the slap around the face from Taruba. But 12-6 though, and Brisbane richly deserved this lead heading into the second half.
Yeah, and in these conditions, I mean, we go back now to the World Club Challenge. Panthers, when they got behind on the scoreboard in the wet conditions, just couldn't mount any pressure in attack and really lost the clinical nature of their game that we've come to expect. Now, they need to work that out. They're down 12-6. We've just had a big shower of rain again. It's very slippery out there. Their timing is off. It's not clinical at all.
All right, time your run.
And I think the scoreboard is in their heads. They need to come to terms with that.
Oh, geez, that's strong defence. So that's been a hallmark of Brisbane's effort tonight. They have hit hard. They've raced up off the line, and they do it once again here. Jordan Ricky leading the charge with Palacia, the tackle there on Spencer Leniu. He's out near the 20-metre line. Here's Garner. Came so close to his first try in Penrith colours just before the break.
Go for it.
Oh, and now Yo gets shortened up by the Palacia tackle. And Dylan Edwards, who ran for only 173 metres in the first half, is tackled on the last. He's lost the ball, though.
Everybody up. Shot clock on.
Well, they've turned it over on tackle
middle
5.
half. Yeah.
No challenge.
No.
What's happening out
it's
here?
a scrum. He hadn't brought back into play. It's tackle 5, not tackle 6. Hold with a touch charge. Heads in the back. Shot clock off. Wait for the call, Dylan. Break.
A lot of the talk around here at half-time amongst the locals was, when do we see Sonny Luke coming to the game? They're excited about him. He's no youngster. He's 27. He's been around the lower grades at the club for many years, but they feel he might be the wild card here as Brisbane keep marching upfield through Payne Haas, who's gone unchanged since the start of the game.
Well, I think they've got to get him on while there's only 6 the difference. Why wait until you're 12 behind before you bring him on? Then all you do is putting pressure on him to be brilliant immediately. Let him work into the game. Let's see if the Broncos score. And the Broncos look really confident. I mean, this scoreline is no fluke.
6 more.
They've earned it.
6 more on tackle 5. Reynolds comes all the way over this side of the ground. Oh, Katoni Staggs.
He's got springs in his boots.
I thought he was...
He went forwards and backwards 3 times there. He backed out, went forward, backed out, went forward.
Gee, points straight after the break for the Broncos would be massive as Haas, well, he went backwards and forwards, and now he goes sideways and then forwards. And Yo wraps him up, only 3 metres out. Pakes with the pass, Palacia to Flegler. Tries with all his size to get there, but he's driven back. They can't put him on the ground, though. They've used 4 plays. Keenan Palacia. Tackled on 5, Reynolds station right, Mam on the left, it goes to the former, Reynolds with a kick to the in goal. That's so good.
Oh, it's a beautiful play.
Andrew, can I ask you a question as a halfback?
Yes.
When they get close to the line, why do the forwards touch the ball so often? As a halfback, would that annoy you that you've got to get the ball off a forward before you play?
Do you want me to answer that?
Yeah.
It would never happen.
Exactly. Exactly.
It does my head in.
I see 3 and 4 rucks there where dummy half is giving it to forwards and halfback screaming for the ball.
And they bumble and fumble and then throw the ball back 10 metres.
Thank you. I thought I was going stupid.
And then if you get a quick play of the ball, the front rower gets it and throws it out the back. It negates the quick play of the ball.
I'm happy now.
Yeah.
The 8th Immortals agreed.
Thank you. Yeah, Katoni Staggs, we were talking about him before. Brad Fittler, you coached him last year in Origin. Tell us about Katoni.
Yeah, pretty quiet sort of fella. The good thing was he come down with Big Payne. They've got a really good relationship. He livened up a little bit on one of our nights. He's quite the character. But when he trains and watching him plays, he's all power. If you're trying to defend Katoni, you need to defend him in 2s and 3s. Because if you're on your own, he'll just beat you. Like, he can beat you with speed, but he'll definitely beat you with strength and power. It's really good to have in the camp. He's one of those quiet blokes that's got that little hidden personality that every now and then he just unveils little pockets of gold.
Strong in the gym.
Oh, mate, he's just a beast. Just a beast.
Comes from Wellington, doesn't he?
Yeah. Come from Wellington, spent some time out at Orange.
Wellington, New South Wales, that is. Here's Mam, all into the line. He scored 6 tries in his career so far. Only his 14th game tonight, Ezra Mam. They've had a myriad of possession, and Payne Haas playing with the defence. Got a ball away to Palacia. It goes back to Ezra Mam. He kicks through in behind them, and they scramble here, the Panthers, and can't get back.
Good football.
I love that play. The offload comes. And you move the ball as quick as you can to one of your ball players. So you go from unstructured play into structured play. And your halfback just pulls, or your half or your 5'8" just pulls the trigger. Ball goes wide. Unstructured play into structured play. Very hard to defend.
I just know when the forward gets the ball, I sit down, and when the halfback gets the ball, I stand back up again. I'm waiting for something to happen. Forward gets the ball, I sit down. Not exciting.
You're saying you wouldn't let the Chief get in the way of you and Danny Medeiros entry. Well, there you go. The Broncos dominating the ball here after half-time. There'd be some burning lungs amongst the Panthers. That's a strong tackle, though. Garner and Luai.
They've got a tackle to keep themselves in it.
Plenty of Broncos out left here. Mam accelerates at the line.
Love the way he runs it.
That's Leota back on the ground for Sorensen, who's gone to the HIA. Now Flegler. That gets him to the last tackle. And Reynolds on this right-hand side. He'll be the man again. Another dink to the in goal. They go through the hands. It was juggled. Oh, Cobbo couldn't handle the first one, and then he overcooks the kick.
They had an opportunity there. Unfortunately, Selwyn just juggles the ball. Ends up getting his result. Have a 3-on-2 on the outside. Gets a result with the kick.
Danica, some news from halftime.
Yeah, you can see the determination that Brisbane have come out with in this second half, and that was the message to the side at halftime. It was the first 10. Payne Haas, he was chanting first 10 as they came out onto the field, while the Panthers, they're taking a different approach. Their message was it's going to be won in the last 20, so 2 very different approaches to this second half.
Ruva.
Lock in. Hold. Go 3 short.
So we haven't seen much of Brian To'o tonight.
I don't think the right side suits him. I think he prefers to be on the left where he can run infield.
Luai's, he's run the ball a lot though, by contrast. Cleary with the challenge here for Oates, who flew high and took that really nice.
He owns that high ball. When that ball goes up, you can see him sprinting for the ball and he leaps. There's one thing in his mind. This is my job, taking that ball.
Spencer up square. Moses.
Cobbo dragged down by Isaiah Yeo. And away now to Kate Wool.
Up now. Lock in Marcus. Go 4. Nathan.
Just look at the Broncos' body language. They think they've got this. They really think they've got this. Confidence is half the battle. They've got plenty at the moment.
Well, Taruva was in 2 minds whether to let that roll out that time. Decides to play it, then runs straight infield. Oh, that was a heavy collision as he was going to ground there.
Man. Yeah, they're gassed. Look at the big men for Penrith just getting onside now. Let's play 3.
Well, the crowd's nervous because they're baying for penalties. They don't feel as though their team is on the front foot at all.
They got one there though. To'o with a good run. And now Lenu with a powerful burst. They're up there with the great booers in the league. The Penrith faithful as Garner bursts on the one. Tackled nicely by Staggs. Cleary. He beat the first tackle and he props and comes back off the left foot. Staggs with us back-to-back efforts there. Kenny runs this time. It goes away to Luai. Luai with a kick. Taruva for the corner. There's a race. I think the ball beat them all. It rolled too far.
Geez, that was smart play there by Cobbo. He went to dive on it.
Front foot.
And then he waited and waited. The ball went dead. And they get a 7 tackle restart. Really smart play there by the fullback. The ball goes in the in goal. Nice kick there. And he goes at it, pulls his hands away and waits and waits. Smart play.
Marty Tapau, his first touch as a Bronco. His 4th club now. After 156 games for Manly, made the move to the Broncos not too long before the start of the season, actually. And the crowd thought that was forward from Marty, away to Payne Haas. Tapau tackled 12 metres out. Here's Reynolds with a backhanded pass, and it's going to trickle over the touchline.
Yeah, they're still turning the ball over at Penrith's end of the field, though. Bradley Fittler.
Yeah, well, it's the 3rd time Sonny Luke's got up in front of us, passing the ball with ex-hooker Kevy Kingston. This time he's got the shirt off, so I'm assuming that means he'll be in the action very soon.
Freddie, how's the talk down there from the Penrith team?
Well, mate, to be honest, you can't hear it. The crowd, they're pretty verbal. They're trying their hardest. They're as frustrated as the players are. I think Nathan could step up here. He's got a bit of a ball. There's another error.
Well, they're not playing any football.
Nathan, get on the front foot here and do some kicking. You can win here with your kick. There's still a breeze behind the Panthers. It is slippery and the ball will fly off the ground.
Challenge.
Penrith are challenging the ruling of a knock-on.
They feel as though the ball's come out backwards, but come out with plenty of force.
Just having a look to see how the ball comes out. Harry Farnsworth is making a tackle. It's a loose carry from Liam Martin. The challenge is unsuccessful.
That was a frustrated challenge.
Make sure you hold there, boys. At the scrum, boys.
If I'd never seen these two teams play before, just looking at the body language, Broncos are all over them. Panthers look rattled. Broncos look really calm.
Wait for the call. Heads in at the back, Jamin. Make sure you hold, Stephen. Time on. Feet. Break.
Cobbo trying to bust defenders. Not again. Not again. They got him on one side and now they've got him on the other.
Don't run near sidelines in the wet. Just don't run near sidelines in the wet. He'll get hit 10 metres in from touch, head toward the sideline, and they'll pick him up and throw him over the Blue Mountains.
That's one heck of a throw.
Took him to St Mary's in the east and Katoomba in the west.
He's getting the full red bus tour of the western suburbs and further beyond. Yes, Danica.
Yes, unfortunate news for the Penrith Panthers. Scott Sorensen has failed his HIA. It was classed as a Category 1, so he will not be returning to the field tonight.
All right, thank you, Danica. It looked doubtful. You could see the way he looked immediately after he got his head down the wrong spot and collected a hit. They never end well, those ones. Yo, across the ground, Cleary. Oh, they're right up in his grill. Look at that.
Well, it's because they're not getting forward. And the defensive line's not retreating. They're getting up. They're pressuring. Penrith team.
They're going to have to put Sonny Luke into the game. I don't know what they're waiting for.
Here's a tester from Cleary. Cobbo didn't want to know about it. Bounces well for him. Oh, and then Corey Oates was under pressure. But he comes charging onto it and he runs through an extra 15 metres. And now Farnworth, he's been dynamic out of the backfield.
Such great athlete. One-on-one steal.
Oh, what about that for a play? A massive momentum change of that one.
Big play.
Luai loops it out. Crichton sizes them up. Cleary dumps it away for Salmon. Oh, he gets smashed in a three-man tackle on the 30-metre line. Lenu, all power, all drive.
Corey. Go three.
Played it to Kenny. And then Yo and Cleary and Edwards and Crichton. Oh, he kicked it and he nearly missed that.
Surrender.
It's frustration.
The third tackle.
It's frustration.
Hold. Go one.
It was all slow and sideways.
They're chasing the big play. They're chasing the game. Normally the game's coming to them. Trying to create something out of nothing.
Oh, gee, that was a big shot by Lenu on Staggs. There's a bit of horsepower in that collision.
Hell, release. Make it here, Moses. Hold. Go four. Last tackle, Mitch. Square. Go, last. Nothing late.
Oh, that's a glorious looking kick by Reynolds, the old school torpedo.
Held.
Here he comes. Sonny Luke about to come on the field.
And Edwards with another run.
What sort of dummy half is he, Gus?
He's not unlike Appy Coruscant. He's very quick.
It's a penalty.
I don't have comms. I don't have anyone.
Now, it's interesting because they've brought Spencer Lenu off, have they?
Yeah.
Which means
Kenny
Mitch Kenny will go to lock or front row. Very dangerous close to the line, Sonny Luke. He can put forwards over.
I've got nothing.
Mind you, greasy conditions out there. Won't be easy for any dummy half.
Hold. Go. No tackles.
Moses Leota now. Had a couple of little things go their way, the home team here.
Let go, Corey. Marty, back up. Go one.
Here's Sonny Luke with a dash straight away.
Selwyn, release. Hold, Patrick. Go two.
That immediately lets them know he's there.
That should be a tackle count restart. It's a double knock on.
First one, Brisbane.
First one, Brisbane.
I've got no comms. We've got a comms issue. It's Panthers feed.
An issue with the commentary team, he said.
Yeah.
Can you turn Phil Gould down?
Yeah.
Freddie.
They should turn all the comms down. Take it all off him.
Well, he called time off because he knew it'd take some time to go through the issues of the commentary team.
What, do you want to give us counselling?
Mate, we'll be 2030 till we're done there.
It was funny, Sonny Luke, when he got up just before he went on in the crowd are saying, "Now don't sit back down, Sonny. Don't sit back down."
Make sure you're with a touchy.
You can tell by his first run it should have been a penalty. Cobbo had 2 grabs at him. He won the play of the ball. And Cobbo went again. He should have won a penalty. He's sharp.
Cleary now off the scrum. Cleary takes them on himself.
Up now, Adam. 1 foot hold. Hold. 6 more. No tackles.
They get 6 more. As Leota charges towards the posts.
Marcus square. Hold.
They look a little bit more lively now, straight away actually. Yo. A test of Brisbane's goal line resolved now. Yo stopped by Carrigan. Luke away to Cleary and Luai. And Taruva now. Stay away from the sideline in the wet.
Stand now. 1 foot. Hold. Go 3.
Staggs puts him to ground powerfully. Now Cleary in the middle of the ground. Now Yo. And Edwards with a tap on. Crichton has to go back and get it. And really good tackle there by Oates, and they've lost some ground.
Go 4. Watch out to play here.
Sonny Luke and Jerome Luai with that trademark left foot step. Back to Cleary. And Crichton says, well, I don't think we know what's doing here, so I'm just going to run straight.
Go last. Nothing like Patrick.
Cleary on 5 with a kick which somehow got over the line and landed, but it didn't get to the in goal, so the Broncos have survived that.
Yeah, defended well.
Oh,
Mid square. Front foot with us, Moses. Hold. Go 2.
you curl up in your chair when you see some of the impact with these teams running off their line.
Hold. Go 3.
The defensive team racing up,
That's
trying
a
to
run.
put pressure on. That's a great run by Oates.
He's been strong, Corey Oates.
Go 4.
Oh, their backmen have got them out of trouble. And that's been one of the trademarks of the Panthers over the last few years, is their outside backs.
I think too, they're missing Taylor May. Don't underestimate how much they're missing him.
Patrick.
Great dummy half runner. He gets the sets rolling.
So there's still an eternity left on the clock, but we are at the halftime score of 12-6.
Sharp.
Patrick up. Yardage. Hold now. Hold Ezra.
He's fleet-footed, Sunia Taruva, but certainly not the power that Taylor May has when he runs it, and he's been hammered there. Tungle.
That was Ezra Mann.
Go 2. Keep coming back.
He's a good player, mate. Ezra Mann.
Corey, let's go.
Defends well.
Go 3.
Salmon now.
Adam, hands away.
Tackled by Reynolds and Carrigan. Ball goes to Yo. And then Cleary.
And again, Ezra
Martin,
Mann.
another driving tackle, but Martin got it away. And Edwards scampering, trying to identify an opening.
Patrick. Here, Corey. Go
The
last.
Broncos have handled them comfortably so far. Let's see if they can keep that up. Salmon, ball away. Luai's on the ground. Gets it away to Taruva, off the ground. Taruva's kick was unbelievable. Luai passed that, literally sitting down, and Taruva threaded the narrowest of openings, and they'll get a repeat set.
I just want to go into the mindset of the Broncos here. A couple of sets ago, that man there, Taruva, got tackled, and he was on the ground. Just watch this. Look at 3 men go in. Instead of just putting a hand on him and saying held, Katoni Stagg, he dived in.
There's a ball in the bucket.
Just the attitude of the Broncos, really aggressive. Taruva manufactures a kick in the in goal.
What a good kick. The Panthers just starting to turn the possession count back in their favour after half-time. It was all Brisbane, but the Panthers have had a fair bit of ball here the last little while. Here's Kenny. Playing as a middle forward now. And Sonny Luke away to Isaiah Yo. And Cleary with a short pass to Liam Martin. He gets the ball away. Edwards was there in support. Capel with a great tackle.
1 foot. Marcus, hold. Hold. Go free. Tony.
Not a great pass. It went over Nathan's head. Kenny with it.
Hell. Release. Marcus Katoni. Go forward.
He's 11 short. Sonny Luke.
Last tackle, Marcus. Hold. Go, last.
Cleary on 5 with a kick towards the in goal. It bounced off a couple of Broncos.
He's come back past it.
There's another set coming Penrith's way.
He's got his feet behind the point where it's knocked on.
The first real signs of fatigue now in the Broncos. A few of their players hunched over and doubled over.
Okay, you've kicked it away. Shot clock on. Get a ball in if you can, Drew. Get a ball in if you can.
This will be about their 3rd or 4th set in a row they've had to defend. Beautiful position now for the Panthers to attack.
Heads in the back. You need a lock. Shot clock off. Break.
Luke sends it away to the right-hand side of the scrum where Nathan Cleary was waiting for it, but he's wrapped up in an instant by Kurt Capel. Luke looks left, plays right. Martin, so hard to stop from close. But they get there in numbers. Corey Jensen, the chief tackler. Cleary for Luai. Stags with another big tackle shooting out.
Marty, up square, get up.
Geez, had a game for Tony Stags. Sonny Luke. And Yo and Edwards and Crichton throws it over the top. It's a forward pass. It went forward out of the hands. They thought they'd broken them.
Middle.
But the last pass wasn't effective.
Yeah, correct. It's gone forward. It's beautiful work from Stephen Crichton, the way he caught the ball and straightened off his right foot, get into space. And just with the angles, he was running, trying to twist his body to get the pass off. It went forward.
It's in, Billy. Head in, Dylan. Shot clock off, Dylan. Break. Nathan up square.
Had a lot of possession there, this Penrith side.
Get up now, Mitch. Lock in. Hold, hold, hold. Go two, short in the middle, two.
Carrigan.
Liam, no
Well, it's great courage from the Broncos because they've defended 4 sets in a row there.
Bow. Bouncing away and scattering the defenders.
James, work out of that, Mitch.
Jensen, smack bang in the middle of Bluebet Stadium. Played it back to Walters, who's returned to the action. And out for Cobbo. Ooh, dumped.
Last tackle. Marcus square, Jerome. Go last. Nothing late, James.
Reynolds.
Outside. Little play.
Smart kick.
What a great
Little
kick.
play.
Smart kick. He got plenty of pressure there, didn't panic, took his time, steadied. Said, I'll just grab a kick this downfield, we'll walk down to the scrum, fill up on a bit of oxygen. What's this? Step, scoop, just wait, bang, thread the needle.
On the wrong side of the ruck for a right foot kicker off a slow play the ball. Showed his experience. That was a big, big play.
There's a run by Crichton. He breaks 3 and 4 defenders and gets out near the 30. The NRL Telstra Premiership is back with a bang for 2023 with more teams, more games and unmissable action. More than ever before. To experience the NRL Telstra Premiership live, head to nrl.com/tickets to secure your seats. Here's Luke. He's got real dash.
You played it too
He didn't
quick.
play the ball properly.
You're not up. You're not up. He's tried to plant the ball before he's able to. No.
If he finds his front.
Just on the subject of tickets
Just
too.
put the ball back into play.
Now these two teams playing a
Hand
couple of
over.
blockbusters next week, Thursday night.
Scrum.
Penrith v South Sydney here, and the Broncos will take on the Cowboys next week up at Suncorp. We'll see both those games live and free here on 9, but a couple of wonderful contests in prospect. Gee, there's a few cramping up out here, Joey. Katoni Staggs can hardly lift his legs. Even Dylan Edwards has got cramp.
Well, look at the size of Katoni's legs.
Hold the line.
Look at the size of those.
No shot clock. Here we go.
He's a tank, isn't he?
Heads into the back.
What about the Warwick Farms?
Wait for the break. Let's go, Adam. Come on, mate. Head body. There we go. Just back off and let him in. Come on, mate. Right. Heads in. Get out, Mitch.
What's that stuff they drink here? That pickle
Box off,
juice?
just back.
Isn't that stop the
Head in.
cramps?
Right. Feed.
Pickle juice.
Time on.
Get a bottle
Break.
up here, you can try it.
No.
Lock off.
Oh,
that's an error.
lost it on the first. Now that's sprung a bit of energy into the Panthers. A bit of backslapping going on out
Shot clock
there.
on.
Yeah, it's really their first unforced error, the Broncos. They've been so good. Cleary and Crichton with the contact. They have looked better since Sonny Luke has gone onto the field. He's a lot more like Appy.
Head in, Selwyn.
He taunts them around the middle of the play the ball area.
What do I tell you, Nathan? Shot clock
Play
out.
80 minutes?
It's not, mate.
Of course he
When
could.
I tell you to feed.
They've just got to
Heads
bite the
in.
bullet on that.
Head in. Feed. Break. Billy, clear it.
There was a time when they thought Appy Coruscant couldn't go 80 minutes, but they learn.
Let up now, Corey. Hold, Marty. Hold. Go two.
Fisher Harris
Marty, hands away.
runs the ball to the 20-metre line. Luke and Yo and Cleary and Martin. He got a nice pass away there to Cleary. Nathan Cleary accelerates. They just drag him down. That brought the crowd to its feet. Reynolds was there to get him along with Ricky. Now Luke with a pass for Fisher Harris.
Hell, last tackle, release it. Go, last.
A dink to the in goal by Sonny Luke, and Ezra Mam. He'll have a job to get this back. Don't even bother.
What do you think, Andrew? He looks a lot more like Appy, doesn't he?
He does. There was a play there when he came out of dummy half and did a no-look pass to Fisher Harris, which got Fisher Harris one-on-one. Here's the offload of Nathan Cleary. Ball in two hands, showing it, accelerates through the gap. Sonny Luke gets out of dummy half on the last play.
Time your run.
You can get your dummy half, out of dummy half there, and kick close to the line. It is near undefendable.
Is this short? Yep, Reynolds tries the short one. He's got plenty of height underneath it, and they've got some noted leapers out there. They've tapped it back. It's a scrap. Liam Martin got the ball. It's getting to that stage of the game.
Well, this will be huge if the Broncos can defend this set.
They just started to look a bit more likely with the ball, Penrith, haven't they? Oh, there's a penalty. They thought there was a drop ball, but they were offside.
Hold. Held. Release it. Go one.
Sonny Luke to James Fisher Harris.
Patrick up square.
They haven't looked likely with the big man powering their way through. Can some finesse get them there? A juggle by Cleary. The ball goes to Luai. Nothing doing for him here. So he skips across the line. And he's tackled by Jensen and Carrigan.
Go three. Corey Jensen.
Here's Luke. He dummied the kick. Oh, a little gap just opened up. He was dragged back by Cobbo in the last line of defence. Yo. Cleary again.
Last tackle, Patrick.
There's nothing elaborate about it. They're trying in close to find an opening as Luai throws a pass that is not on target, and there's a scrap for it. Who's got the ball? Brisbane. Brisbane dive on it, no knock on, and that is a very disappointing end to the set.
Yeah, it's great defence from the Broncos,
Bring the ball
but
in.
to be fair,
Bring it in. Bring it in.
the Panthers threw nothing at them.
We're taking it in. Let's go, mate. Tackle one.
Just couldn't get themselves organised at all. Luai fakes the grubber kick and then throws a pass that goes to no one. They haven't looked likely.
Go one.
Crowd yelling out that
Isaiah up square.
Bronco had knocked that on, but I don't think he did.
Go two.
I think they're going to need more than just Alan Langer to get these cramps from Katoni Staggs.
Isaiah, work out now.
Freddie?
Lock in, James.
Well, Brisbane have won the play the ball the whole night. They've frustrated Penrith. They've had their hand on their ball. They've just stayed in there that extra second and really tested the referee. And I've got to say, they've done a brilliant job. They've frustrated everyone here sitting. They've frustrated everyone in a black jersey. And once you get close to the line, they're just getting frustrated to the point where they throw nothing at them.
Oh, Reynolds thinks he can kick them home here. They've called for reinforcements to stretch
Haven't got
Katoni Staggs' legs. Alfie couldn't do it himself.
He's got a captain's challenge here, Adam Reynolds.
He reckons the Panthers have
Brisbane
played
are
at this.
challenging that the ball has been played at
I
by
think he's
Penrith
right.
prior to
I
going
thought
into
so
touch.
they put their left boot out, tried to trap the ball.
Well, it's instinct to do that. Reynolds very confident. He's got the ball in hand.
No.
Just seeing whether Isaac Tago plays at the ball. So looking at the right foot of Isaac Tago, he makes contact. He's blocking the path of the ball. This is played out, playing on at this stage. Tackle can is reset. The ball then goes into touch. The challenge is successful. We have Brisbane play the ball.
I wonder if Adam Reynolds is thinking field goal now, Gus.
$1,000,000%. $1,000,000%. He
Play the
just
ball
took
in
a
the
little
middle.
sneak at the post. Not that he would forget where they are.
Well, there's none better.
Yeah, play
It's
ball.
I can see it happening here
Play
now.
Corey.
You know, if he took it before half-time, it'd already be 13-6.
Hold.
Well, that's what I said.
Yeah, but that mocks you.
Go, no tackles.
I'll be very surprised if it doesn't happen this set.
Help!
Right here, right now.
Hold. Go one.
Unless they score first.
Ricky,
Isaiah up square.
they've been so impressive, the Broncos.
Go two.
The Panthers have lost twice here at home
He's
since
behind the ruck.
2020. They might be staring down the barrel of another one. Reynolds, no pressure. Easy.
Happy?
There's the one-pointer. It's 13-6.
Just get a high shot of him going in field to get in position.
Find your run. Stay behind it.
Oh, he's controlled this beautifully tonight, Adam Reynolds.
Yeah, that was brilliant. And the way he just nonchalantly walked into position, pretending as though he was invisible and he was just watching the play.
Let up now. Lock in square.
It was absolutely brilliant.
Hold. Hold.
Now they're all going to get cramps.
Yeah.
He's appealing a crusher tackle, feeling for the back of the neck.
Tackle two.
Once old mate in the bunker to have a look. Dr. Langer's in there. Look at Reynolds just pretending he wants no part of this, standing over there doing nothing. At all the time in the world. We read him like a race form. Look at that. He was just looking the other way, lined up, bang. Right from the time he got the challenge and going to touch, he was going to kick that field goal.
So Capel's have to come from the field here.
Jamin, stay with us.
Laying down there a bit busted.
Jamin.
And you said Alan Langer comes out and breathes all over you. I'm sure he was well hydrated in Sydney last night.
Hold with us.
So why is he going off for a headband?
Tackle two. Hold. Go two.
Well, look, so much disappointment amongst the Brisbane fans last year when you consider this team was in the top four
Back it up, Payne.
for 6
three.
weeks.
Go
They
three.
spent 17 weeks inside the top 8, but bombed out with
Liam up up square.
What happened there?
5 losses in their last 6 games. They finished in 9th position. But if you look at this team on paper and then have a look at what they've done tonight here against the twice defending premiers, that they are a proper team. And Reynolds he's the puppet master.
To be honest, they've never looked like losing. I think I said half an hour ago, they just look as though they've got this totally under control, and they have.
Up now, Marcus, lock in.
It's been a really good performance.
Isn't it a good forward pack? And young.
They got Reece Walsh to come back too, you know.
Yeah.
Release now.
Understand he was very close to playing tonight.
Go 3, Payne.
I mean, that adds a whole new dimension, doesn't it? With his ball playing capabilities,
Roll out,
apart from his
Billy.
pace.
Hold with us, Payne. Hold. Go 4.
Cleary and Luke working together. And Carrigan's trying to steal it, but he won't be able to hit.
He's been strong again, Carrigan.
Go last.
Cleary for Luai. Jerome Luai! Has he got it down? You'd think he'd have to. No! That's a monumental try saver.
That was Billy
Back up,
Walters.
front foot here, Liam. Hold.
It was the 2 little men, Billy Walters and Reynolds, I think.
Time off. Let's go, Adam. Go.
Broncos in no hurry to start here.
Up now, Marcus. Sonny, hold. Go, 1.
Payne Haas, 175 metres,
Go now, Jamin. Go
23
2.
tackles. He's led a very, very good forward pack tonight. They've worked hard.
Go 3.
Bradley Fittler.
Well, you've got to give the Broncos defence a rap. They've had a couple of great try saves. You had the Crichton one over there where they put the pressure on. You had Liam Martin chase the kick and fumble it over the line. And Jerome Luai just then gets pulled up a centimetre short. That's desperation in defence. Great sign by the Broncos early on.
Up now, Ezra. Marcus.
Gee, looking forward with great anticipation to Brisbane Cowboys. That'll be shockers.
Let go now. Make it here. Go 2.
Dylan Edwards, as usual. 258 metres. Put another 6 or 8 on top. And that, the last run there.
Cleary for Jamin Salmon.
Adam, give room. Lock in square.
Palacia and Reynolds, the 2 defenders there.
Pat.
Cleary across the line, gives it to Martin. They handle it easily once more.
All sideways movement.
Go last. Nothing late, Payne.
Cleary sends it high in the air, but Arthur's safe once again.
Marcus, front foot, Moses. Go 1.
Looking forward to
Keep it
Sunday.
out there.
The start of the Dolphins
Oh, he's dropped it again.
time in the NRL. Up against the Roosters, against the Arthur Beetson
shot clock
Cup.
on.
Yes.
Arthur Beetson Cup, yes. People know his history with the Roosters. They mightn't know his history with Redcliffe.
After he finished playing in Sydney, did he go back to Redcliffe and play?
Yeah, so he played in the first Origin game in 1980. And in 1981, he went back and captain coached Redcliffe. 16 years after he played in their first ever premiership success, 1965, I think it was. And Arthur Beetson was a skinny little centre.
Luai away to Taru, but look at the desperation by Brisbane. They sprinted over from the scrum.
And when he went back, they won the premiership then.
But
Is that
taken
right?
that way.
That I can't tell you. I don't think so.
Sonny, hey, Tito,
But he
out of
did
there.
write in his
Righto,
book,
shot clock's
Arthur
on.
Beetson.
Scrum.
Panthers are still have the feet here.
Brisbane are challenging the ruling of a one-on-one strip and a knock-on by Brisbane.
Well, Adam Reynolds plays at the ball here. He rakes the ball at Taruva.
Well, they're just buying time here, I think. Reynolds pulls it out and knocks on.
There's only one player in the tackle at the point in the ball strip, just checking to see which direction it goes.
Well, it goes backwards into Billy Walters' shin. Rakes it here and it goes backwards. Hits
Adam Reynolds' hands pulls the ball towards the opponent's dead ball line, which constitutes a knock-on. The challenge is unsuccessful.
Yes.
So what did he write in his book?
He wrote in his book that he dreamed of the day when Redcliffe would play the Roosters in an NRL match. Can you believe that?
Time on.
What a prediction. This weekend, Redcliffe played their first ever game in the National Rugby League, and it's up against the Roosters.
I give him a big show.
There it is.
They should kick the goal here to get within 5.
Go, 1.
They should have kicked the goal 10 minutes ago when they were down by 6. That takes the field goal out of play for the Broncos.
1 foot. Hold. Go, 2.
Got to read your data.
Sonny Luke, he's over. There's a try.
Whoa.
He's a good player, this kid. Like I said, he had an injury-plagued run. Harvey Norman replayed just a little shimmy and go. That looks like Abby Coruscant, doesn't it? Little shoulder fake, bang, bang.
I don't think he'll spend 55 minutes on the bench next week.
No, they've got to bite the bullet and start with him. They've got to back him. They brought him here for a reason. They've got to back him. And he played with all these blokes when they were young. They all played together in lower grades.
Is he a local boy?
Yep. St Mary's boy, I think, Sonny Luke.
Well, we might not be done just yet. 3 minutes 21. Brisbane by a point.
Surely not.
Well, they haven't looked like losing at any stage of the game. And Sonny Luke has just pulled their pants down and what have we got, 3.5 minutes? That's a long time.
Time your run here. Just keep behind it, Keenan. Time your run. Going short.
Reynolds.
No, got to be long, surely. Be ready to come forward, Darian.
Taking every possible second out of the clock.
I suppose Panthers could level it up with a field goal.
Yeah.
They could win it with a 2-point field goal.
That was a great kickoff.
Head up now, Marcus. Hold Billy. Front foot with us, Keenan. Go one.
Here's To'o. The locals will be doing everything they can to win a 6 again for their team. Fisher Harris passes away now to Salmon. There's no room out here, but they've made a bit of ground. Tungor. He stopped 10 short of the halfway. A couple of metres in from the western touchline. Third tackle to Ruba.
Adam up square. Work to us here, Payne. Go 4.
And now Yo. He rolls out of a tackle. Well, this is going to get them within range. Oh, Nathan Cleary's ready.
2-pointer.
Cleary for a 2-point field goal. It goes towards the sticks but falls short. Martin chasing through, trying to effect a tackle in the end goal. They're all down there. They drive him back. He's been driven over the dead ball line.
Incredible.
We have no try.
The ball came out
Leave
in
it
that
as
tackle and it went over the dead ball line and the Panther fans thought there might have been a hand on it. I don't think that's the case.
Just wondering if any of these Panther players are offside because Cleary was very, very deep when he went for the field goal. Although the fullback might have run 10 metres with it.
Jerome Luai is offside at the point of the kick. Just tracking to see whether he has any impact on Selwyn Cobbo's ability to get out of the in-goal area. Jerome Luai is encroached inside 10 metres, which denies Selwyn Cobbo the chance to run straight. And he becomes involved. We have a decision.
Yeah, I figured that. With Nathan so deep for the field goal, they all had to be offside.
Oh, he had so much time. You would just think he's going to nail this clearing.
Adam, it's here where Jerome has an influence on play.
Well, it was a poor kick by his stance.
Yeah, but it's where it's 10 metres from, yeah, it's your penalty. Penalty here. Just make sure you're behind it. Let's go, mate. Time on when you kick it.
And he actually deliberately put himself behind the 40 to make it a two-pointer. He could have got closer if he wanted.
Let's go.
2 to go. They'll get one more opportunity, you'd think.
On the line,
Well,
front
the
foot.
Broncos have to lock the ball up here.
Now Reynolds will get to work.
Yeah.
He'll know what he's got to do.
Look at this surging defence. Oh, there's a jitter in the play, the ball. Play on. Jensen now. 10 short of the halfway. Here's Coriates. He's been super.
Hasn't he been good?
Hold now, hold Sonny. Go 3.
Now Payne Haas. Oh, there's a run.
He's been terrific.
What a play.
Help! Release, Jamin.
Well, he's a once-in-a-generation player.
One more. Go.
And now Carrigan.
No, it's tackle 4.
And Reynolds will be looking to roll this over the touchline.
Last tackle.
And ask the Panthers to go just about the distance. Although he opts against that, he kicks high. And there's pressure on Edwards at the back. Oh, Cobbo got up there and put a hand on it. It comes back for Adam Reynolds. Reynolds with a dink in behind, clearing magnificently. It's a knock on. It's a knock on.
He's not going to give him the ball, Reynolds.
This is a
Shot
big
clock on.
win for Brisbane.
Yeah, it's his field goal that's the difference now, but might only be a 1-point win in the end. But I think they've been pretty dominant tonight. Thoroughly deserved this. And the Panthers again found wanting with their attack in the greasy conditions, exacerbated by the fact that they got behind on the scoreboard and
Heads in.
just couldn't conjure up the plays they needed.
Time on break.
Great for the Broncos.
Oh, yeah, what a boost for them.
Marcus, Liam.
Huge.
Go 1.
And they play the Cowboys next week.
Yep, Friday night
in
footy
Suncorp.
at Suncorp.
Oh, what a game that'll be.
Go 2.
Well, they always are. Cowboys, Broncos.
Surrender, Marcus.
It was the time that they had Golden Point 2 or 3 times in a row.
Oh, yeah, and the rest.
Let up now.
Throughout the 2014,
Yes.
15, 16 era. Well, that is some win. And the Panthers have suffered their 3rd home defeat since 2020, and the Broncos have ended a very long win of outs here at Bluebet Stadium. It had been 14 years since they'd won here prior to tonight. And as Phil Gould has just said, it's a 13-12 scoreline, but they were very accomplished from the outset.
Absolutely. You know, they trialled well. They've obviously had a look at themselves during the off-season after a disappointing end to last year's competition. For a big part of last year's comp, they looked like playing finals football for sure. And they've come here on a mission tonight. No one gave them a chance.
So the Broncos with the upset, the dual defending premiers with a bit of work to do. 13-12, the full-time score in Friday night football.